Okay, I'm almost finished with these heavy, depressing ones. Thank goodness. Today has been like, um, ah, there's no way to describe it. But I'm not complaining. But I want to tell you something funny. Um, I'm already, I'm already feeling the urge to like. It's like I'm already wondering, are there other video sites other than YouTube? And what if I could like fill this one up and then like lock myself out and go on to another one? Same thing I did with the blogs, because I'm already feeling like I want to delete some of these, and I cannot delete these. I've got to save this stuff, and just to know it's preserved. And I'm always so worried about like this whole thing with my body. I'm like, especially if I have to have surgery, I'm so worried about being a vegetable for a while and not having the energy to do anything. And I'm afraid, like, what if when I'm all healed up from the surgery and I feel all awesome and great and I want to run away and do fun things, what if I don't care about this so much anymore? So I've got to like stay in the groove and completely make sure I've done all I can with all this good stuff that's been in my head. Okay, I'm gonna read a couple more here. It's more of the depressing, ominous stuff. This one is called, well, it doesn't really have a title, but I saw it in October of 2007, and this was a dream. I was in a large public library. It was really official looking, almost as if I were inside a Capitol building or something. But I wasn't there to check out books. I was there for a doctor's appointment. And not only that, but I was made to go. As I approached the desk, I noticed a cop on either side of it, watching everything. I had a feeling of dread and of being controlled. I noticed that the side rooms were being used as examination rooms. It was also a hospital. It was like, quote, the medical place for everything. I sensed that we were all being regulated and it was required that we all go there. As I stood at the desk to sign in, I looked up and saw that the ceiling directly above the desk was a dome, a skylight, and there were decorations going around the inside of it, such as eagles and ivy and American flags. It was pretty, but I remember thinking, am I inside a domed government building? But it was a library, or had been. Now it was a medical establishment. It was run by the same people as the ones in the other dreams. So what we have here is it looked like a Capitol building. It was open and, kind of formal looking, and the big wooden desk was right like in the middle, and it was very scary. But at the same time, I knew it was here in our country, and I knew that it was our government, and I have such mixed feelings about all this. I'm not closed-minded. I'm not anti-government at all. The opposite is true. I have a very special form of patriotism in my heart. It's not all about red, white, and blue and fireworks and Uncle Sam. That's not how I see it. I have a very pure and humble and basic love for my country. I love America, and I love our government, and I love law, and I love the way our government is established. See, we gotta see the difference. Just because we see all the pollution, we can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. We can't just throw it all down the drain and say our government is this or government is that. We live in an amazing country, a beautiful country. And our government the way it was established and the way it's supposed to be. Don't look at it is how it is now. There's going to be corruption and pollution in any good thing. So I refuse to label it all as bad. I think people are the carriers of evil and good. And wherever people go, you're going to have evil and you're going to have good. And I believe that our government is filled with wonderful people and law-abiding people, and we have a lot of Christians in office, and they're just quietly going about their business, doing their jobs. So even though I have these heavy burdens and I'm seeing all these things about the times to come in this country, even though a lot of it involves what the government might morph into, regardless of that, I still love my country and I love my government. And I think we should all be praying for our leaders. We should be praying for the people who choose to run. We make jokes about corrupt politicians and lawyers, but you know what? They're out there taking on these stressful jobs, and they're not perfect. And I'm not going to sit there and judge them. These are human beings with imperfect lives, but they're still out there in the public eye, and you got to give them some credit. You got to cut them some slack. And I think we should quit running our mouths so much about these people, and we should just pray for them, including our president. No matter who our president may be at any given point in time, we should be praying for him. So I just want that to be understood. That I don't want to be viewed as one of these anti-government people, because I'm not. No matter what happens, no matter what. Okay, I think I have time to read this next one here. I do. This one's called Our Nation's Capital. I saw this earlier this year, back in January. I'll just read it here. It says, I had a very short but disturbing dream. I was walking slowly among rubble and remains of a great city. Something had happened, some type of destruction. It was quiet. There was nothing happening at all, just me looking at all this stuff on the ground all around me. And as I walked, I came upon a huge white stone object lying on the ground. As I walked on and saw all of it, I realized that it was an obelisk. Not quite as large as the Washington Monument, but it was still pretty big. This has to do with American finances and the economy. It's like a little play on words. It was like the Washington Monument on the ground, which is the nation's capital, but also that could be translated as finances, the capital, nation's capital. And I know that the two are connected. This dream, I know in my spirit, has to do with finances and the economy. It's all part of the great humbling of this beautiful nation. Okay, I'll squeeze those two in there. And I think I'm almost done with all this. I think I may have one or two more to read, and I'll be done. I just want to play. Growing up, my brother and sister and I used to make puppet shows. We'd set up the video camera and make puppet shows and do all kinds of funny things with the cameras. We'd make videos, like dramas with the dogs. We'd put clothes on the dogs and film them. And this brings back those memories. I kind of want to get crazy with it, but first things first. I need to behave and get the good stuff out, the important things out, before I can be released into Amy La La Land. No telling what that may be. I guess that's all for this one. Okay, that's it.